Dude, we have this video. Are they going to do their little cheesy plug at the start? Yeah. So we're going to skip past that part.
This whole thing is...
Here's their argument. Are you guys ready? This is the main event of the evening. Let's run another flute. We'll run an E flute. And let's hear Bryan and Dave duke it out.
This whole thing is a casualty. I'm glad we got into this first because I could go for a half.
The whole thing is a casualty. Instantly, no. It's just wrestling companies doing wrestling company
hour. I think this is stupid.
Well,
them moving. So is Bryan is going to be on the side of they shouldn't have moved. I agree with that, but the reason Dave's going to defend it so hard here, chat, and I'm sorry, I will let them go, but just remember, he suggested like they should move, so he feels all entitled.
They proved the last 2 times that winning in the afternoon doesn't hurt him.
Hold on a second. I knew you were going to say that.
It doesn't hurt them. Dave, there's no proof of that. You just keep adding 30,000 or 30%, and there's no proof or evidence of any of that.
Hold on, Dave. Listen. No, listen to me for a second.
Yes.
You said we all learned from July 12th, okay?
We sure did.
Listen, there is one thing we learned.
Yes.
There's one thing we factually learned, okay?
Yes. That they can go in the afternoon for a US
Hold
show
on a second.
Jesus Christ, Dave.
As they did there, and the afternoon for a US
Hold
show,
on a second.
As they did there, and
Dave?
they can do 180.
Dave, oh my God, get me that for the soundboard, somebody. Dave, if there's a better one in here, you guys got to get it, okay? And email it to me, prowrestletimes@gmail.com.
1,000 buys for an afternoon show, which they've also done for All In. So
okay,
we know they can do. We know they can do big.
Can I continue this before you cut me off? We know one thing.
I don't believe it's 100,000. I do not believe Dave. Yeah, go ahead. Can I finish? Yeah, go ahead.
No, they can do big.
Can I continue this before you cut me off? We know one thing.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead. I give you permission.
We know.
Yeah.
That they ran a show.
Yes.
And WWE counter-programmed with 3 shows that weekend.
Yes.
And who got hurt?
I would say that, WWE, by running 3 shows, hurt themselves, number one.
My God. Oh, man. What was that? I'm smoking over here.
Say that, WWE, by...
Yo. One more time for old time's sake.
I would say that, WWE, by running
the Freudian slip.
Dummy, yeah.
Dude, WCW's on his mind so hard. Oh, WCW. Holy
3 shows hurt themselves, number one. NXT got killed because you don't counter program somebody's big show of the year. Just we're gonna go put on a show. That was pure arrogance and stupidity. Okay. And did they get hurt on Saturday night's main event? Probably. Perhaps you could even argue that they got hurt enough that they lost NBC in the deal. So yes, who got hurt the most was WWE.
Okay.
Yes.
So that we know.
God.
Okay.
Yes. And they remember we covered this. Bryan and Dave are like, hopefully WWE learned their lesson and backed off. And they learned their lesson going against AEW. And then even Dave is maintaining, yes, WCW. I mean, he smacks his head a couple times. He teleports back to modern time because he's 30 years behind in his head. What is he even talking about? Yeah, WWE learned their lesson. I mean, the virality of what went down, they owned the whole weekend. No one was talking about All In. That's just a lie you guys tell to your audience that isn't true. You shark-brained monster.
Hurt the most was WWE.
Okay.
Yes. Without a doubt.
That we know. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Now, you saying that this is because they ran earlier in the afternoon. We don't know that. We actually that is a subjective opinion. We don't know if that's why the show did well. It might have done well because it went on first.
I'm not saying it would. If it was unopposed at night, it would have done better than the afternoon. I don't think there's any doubt because pay-per-view always does better in prime time. So that's not a question. If he had gone head to head with WWE, no, we can't prove. It probably would have hurt both of them. Actually,
but that's exactly the point here.
Yeah.
So, here's my thing, Dave.
But here's okay. Wait. Okay, here's the thing. if you go, WWE, as we've seen, doesn't care about hurting themselves if they hurt AEW.
What is he even talking about? What weekend did they hurt themselves? When they did Evolution and then Great American Bash and then Saturday Night Main Event? That whole weekend of crazy shit where they got a billion social media views and they last minute pulled off an Evolution 2 where they had fucking, how many people were there? 8,000 or 9,000 or whatever it was just for the women. Like how did they lose anything? That's fucking insane. Well, I mean, Great American Bash, who gives it? What are you talking about? The whole weekend, they'll hurt themselves if it means fucking with AEW. In what way? Anytime they put on a show, it's likely to make money at the rate they're going. So I just don't. And in AEW's case, they're probably not even in. Tony's probably still in the red.
If they'd gone head to head, each one of them would have been hurt without a doubt. Okay. But the point is WWE was fine with it because they booked that show. They booked that Goldberg retirement head to head, knowing they're not going to get the max out of the Goldberg retirement by going head to head. And they didn't care. That's why they booked it. AEW,
knowing they weren't going to get the max number, bro. I'm telling you fucking right now, the amount of AEW fans, like, okay. Dave says that AEW pay-per-views are doing 100 and some thousand buys, right? I can't believe I even have to explain this. This is so stupid. So he's like, oh, All In did 130,000 buys. Let's just give them that. Let's say, okay, 130,000 people bought it. And then how many people were in the building? 20,000. Okay, so 150,000 people watched All In, Dave. Like live as it was happening. And then plus all the illegal streamers and shit that you don't talk about. So that's how many people watched it. How many of those people, like that's like the chorus of sickos. Like, yeah, the people who went to the building to watch All In that night locally didn't watch Goldberg shit because they weren't home. And a lot of them probably even had it on their phones in the fucking building. That's what people do. We spot it all the time. Anyone who's been to a shit, people put on fucking, dude, I've done it. I've watched boxing matches in the fucking airport. You go to a restaurant, you throw a fucking, oh, I got to see this. You know, people do it now on their phones all the time. They'll just throw on whatever the other show is to keep their eye on it as well. But you have to really critically think about that, Dave. Of the pay-per-view buys, how many of those 100,000 whatever hardcore sickos were choosing WWE over AEW to begin with? They were choosing AEW no matter what. How does he not understand this? It's like such a simple, basic thing to understand. And yet he condescends and goes, well, smart people, bro. And then he writes like 7 pages of like LL plus 00 MM Cuervo. They're just hurting themselves. It was seen by millions of people on NBC and Peacock. 100,000 people by your numbers. Let's say 150,000 bought the pay. Sweet. It's 150,000 people watched it then is what you're saying. Like, how does he not get this? It's insane. Anyway,
retreated and went to the
they retreated and went to the retreated. Anyways, let's listen.
Knowing they're not going to get the max out of the Goldberg retirement by going head to head, and they didn't care. That's why they booked it. AEW then retreated and went to the afternoon and ended up doing really well. Would they have done better going head to head? Probably not, because then you're talking about going head to head with a free TV show.
It didn't matter. So just think about how he explained that. They went before. Doesn't matter. They did really well. Okay, so some people bought it who would have watched WWE. Maybe. You can't prove that. You're just like 130,000 people bought it. Okay, well, that's about Collision's number. So I believe that many sickos, like that's the rating they just put up the other week. Less than that. Dave's claiming they're selling more pay-per-views than people are watching Collision and shit. So let's just accept what Dave's saying. Okay, I believe there's 100,000 sickos that'll buy a pay-per-view then if they'll tune into Collision. Goldberg was seen by millions of people, right? Like I can't even explain this. It's so fucking stupid. He just doesn't understand this. And well, on replay, okay, exactly. So I'll watch Goldberg now. I'll buy the pay-per-view and I'll watch it on replay later. It changes nothing. Changes absolutely nothing when they move. If you're sicko enough to buy it and watch it on replay or live, you were gonna do that anyways.
Do free TV head to head with the pay-per-view. The free TV usually hurts the pay-per-view.
Here's the thing.
Sometimes considerably.
We have no idea what would happen if an AEW pay-per-view went head-to-head with a WWE main roster show.
We only have evidence show after show after show of both Dynamite and Collision showing that
Dave, if I told you...
Those are fucking shows.
If I told you that Collision was the same as a pay-per-view...
No, but Dynamite is their biggest show of the week.
It is...
But it's... Oh, my God.
Not as big as a pay-per-view.
No, it's not. But it's still...
No. See, this is the problem. At the peak of WCW, let's just say, like, what was the most views WCW got on an episode? So 6.9 million viewers, right? What's the most, or what's the highest selling WCW pay-per-view and the number of sales? It's not going to be 6.9 million. They did 200,000 pay-per-view buys, where I don't really see 700,000 for Sting, Hogan, Starrcade. So not even a million. You guys get what I'm saying? So 7 million people will watch the fucking show, but only 700 or not even a million will buy the fucking pay-per-view. So when they're like, oh, the pay-per-view's bigger than the fucking... Not really, man. Like the magnitude, maybe the attendance, but like more people watch the free TV shit. So when Dave's like, this is their biggest fucking show, but yeah, it does shitty numbers. And then you're still the conclusion, all you guys are coming to is that 100,000 people watch this shit. Does not matter. They just make the arguments themselves.
But Dynamite is their biggest show, and it got hurt bad, if you remember, by NXT, which is far from a WWE pay-per-view. That's just freaking NXT.
That is
their number 3 show hurt Dynamite, the number 1 show, head-to-head. So now you're saying that
Yes, because most beat this to death. Most AEW fans watch WWE. Most WWE fans don't watch AEW.
Show head-to-head. So now you're saying that the
TM
pay-per-view, the biggest thing that WWE has, is not going to hurt an AEW pay-per-view when... And if it was a B pay-per-view with a nothing show, it probably would have hurt. But we're talking about a pay-per-view that's going to be the most publicized pay-per-view that they've had in a long time, with the return of Brock Lesnar, with the return of AJ Lee, with the Usos is back as a tag team.
Dave, then what's the point of streaming? None of this matters because it's streaming now. So you order it, you just stream it later. You stream it the day before, you stream it the day after. You go watch the Goldberg thing. They retreated. Why? So they can get live viewers on the Max thing? Is that what they're trying to do? Okay. Maybe that's actually a good play then, if that's what you're... But just how many of that 100,000 really give a fuck about All Out? Like, what match is on there? FTR and Edge and Christian? Okay. Like, you're a sicko if you're going to go watch that over this shit to begin with. That's... I don't know.
I heard all of this about...
And he's also comparing pay-per-views to... He's also comparing pay-per-views to like free TV, to TV, man. So it's not like a apples to apples here.
NBC and Goldberg's retirement and all of this. And it didn't matter to the AEW pay-per-view.
Yeah, because it was on 6 hours later.
We don't know what would have happened. This is my point. We don't know what would happen if you put these head to head. We don't know. It's never happened.
You want to do this? You want to do this argument? Okay. Chris Harrington probably studies this, except for maybe me and a few other people.
Let's hear this.
Chris Harrington studies this more than anyone. Tony Khan studies this incredible.
Oh my God. Tony Khan studies this, but he's just not the best at it yet. I mean, he's just learning the ropes, and one day he'll be in the top conversation.
Best guys, Tony Khan.
Oh my God.
Amount. They made the call.
Yes.
Because they know that if they go in the afternoon, they won't
believe that they...
Joe Hendry shows up, slaps Meltzer.
Will be killed if they go head-to-head with the WWE show.
I know, because they have example after example after example that has shown that that's what happens. You want to ignore...
So Dave just admitting finally as well, AEW just gets bodied by WWE.
It's never happened.
It has with Dynamite several times.
It has never happened with a pay-per-view, Dave.
Dave is so stupid, and this is the problem. He influenced Tony to back down when I'm with Bryan on this. Tony shouldn't have backed down, and I bet Dave would still go, oh, they did like 100,000, which is what they do roughly. I bet under that. I bet less than that every pay-per-view. I bet Dave just adds 30%. That's my belief. And I think they'd take a bit of a hit more. You guys want to know what I think the biggest fucking hit is that this pay-per-view is going to take? The fact that they were like, we're not on Triller, just last minute out of nowhere. It was like, we're not on Triller anymore. Go to Amazon. And then all of a sudden, after like all year or like a few months out of this year saying, go to Amazon, they go, now come to Max where you get a discount. And then it's $10 more. It's not even a discount. It's a $10 more for the pay-per-view. That is the bigger fuck up here than that hurts them and their pay-per-view buys more than going head to head with WWE. It's the age of streaming. If I'm going to buy that shit, I'm going to buy that shit. And if I'm going to dual screen it, I'm going to double cup it. I'm going to triple cup it, dude. I'm going to double cup it, 2 cups like Tony Khan and have fucking, and have 2 screens going. That's what I do. So I know not everyone can fucking do that, but it's like, you'll watch one after. I don't know. I only do that too because if I wasn't streaming shit going head to head as well, I wouldn't do that. I would watch one after, personally.
Never happened with a pay-per-view.
So it happened with you're gonna learn from Dynamite.
No, you're gonna learn. You have to learn from a pay-per-view because it's not a Dynamite they're going up against. It's a pay-per-view. Guess
what? Do you want to make the risk or do you want to take the non-risk?
Honestly,
the non-risk, you coward. This is what I mean, dude. Take the risk. What do you have to lose? It's a calculated one, too, if you really calculated it the way I did in my head. I bet 100,000 people buy it, regardless of what time it's on. They just watch it the next day. Or the sickos who are going to choose that over WWE. Like, Dave's acting like it'll be zero buys if they go head-to-head. It won't be. What do you think, 50,000 buys? And then Dave always says the last-minute buys. Okay, so these people are they're smart enough to do last minute buys, but they're too restarted to fucking do like the next day or like I'll just order it after this other one's over or whatever. It's on streaming now. It's on. Poor people don't like. Where's the sound? Poor people don't like AEW. So why don't they just buy it after? And that extra $10 shouldn't matter on the Max sub and all that.
Poor people don't like AEW.
Fucking clown shoes.
Non-risk is going in the afternoon, which we've already proven the last 2 shows going in the afternoon. The last show,
we're the Revolution. We're the risky, edgy wrestling company. Fucking, oh, dude, don't do the risk, Tony. Please. Look at him just beg and grovel.
Which we've already proven the last 2 shows going in the afternoon.
2 shows. Well, let me tell you, the last 2 shows. That's why I make him sound like Whitney Cumming because he's just such like a Southern California fucking prissy pants.
The last show from England did about the same as Double or Nothing, essentially the same. Okay, so we've already proved, and Double or Nothing is theoretically as big or bigger than Forbidden Door. So what we've proven,
theoretically, it was like their WrestleMania for the longest time.
That it probably doesn't hurt. We know that it's not going to hurt much going in the afternoon. We know that. We don't know how much it will be hurt going head to head.
Exactly.
It's not going to hurt them that much. We know that. I honestly don't think you do, Dave. I don't think All Out is as hyped up as this last show, and I don't think the numbers are accurate. I think you were pulling them out of your ass and inflating them.
We don't know, but we know the other one. We know the other.
We know too. Like we know he's just Team Tony all day.
Their win is a win,
and I mean, like that's fine, dude. But like, be honest about that.
Okay, but hold on, Dave.
So we're gonna risk. We're gonna for no reason now. We're going to.
No, there is a reason. Can I say my thing?
No reason now. We are going to risk. And I get it. I rant and I go, what we should do when I'm pitching. I do that for both AEW and WWE. Dave is calling WWE WCW and then being like, oh, what we need to do. He thinks it's like him and Tony versus Eric and Conan's there wrestling. Orale, Mirasa. Fucking Wolfpack is back causing mass. He thinks he's like duking it out with Tony and it's like Eric Bischoff and Conan and WCW versus, they're taking on Nitro. Like, what does he think is going on, man? This guy's losing his shit.
Here is the reason. The reason, Dave. Okay.
All right.
If this were my money and I were a billionaire,
yes,
I am running the show head to head because I want to know. Because he has moved.
It's not worth. Is it worth?
And for Bryan as well, it's like, well, shut the fuck up. Like, okay, I want to know. Who cares what you want? You bug-eyed motherfucker. Who cares what you want? Like, I agree with you. They should have just went head to head. They called for the smoke. They should have inhaled. But I'm just saying, at the same time, who gives a fuck though? At the end of the day, like, you're gonna watch both. It's probably better for your workflow that day. It will be for mine. It'll be a longer stream, but it's like, I'd rather like be able to give my full honest opinion on one and then full honest opinion. And it is full and honest when you're watching them dual screen. But at the same time, it's like sometimes you see a YouTube clip later or a Twitter clip later of something and you're like, oh yeah, maybe that was a little sweeter than I thought, or oh shit, that fucking pop was whatever. You know, you're absorbing a lot when it's both at once and you're hearing two crowds and shit. Anyways.
There's a reason. Can I say my thing? Listen, here is the reason. Here is the reason, Dave. Okay.
All right.
If this were my money and I were a billionaire,
yes,
I am running.
Okay. Fantasy Mark booking. I like it.
The show head to head because
What?
I want to know because he has moved.
It's not worth. Is it worth the
for
risk
me as a billionaire? Yes.
Yeah, exactly. You guys always, Dave, you're always talking. I can't even get through 2 seconds of this thing. Dave's always talking about how Tony's got the money and he's bringing in 3.6 million. Why are you so desperately worried, Dave? This is what's so funny. And I point this out all the time. Only here at PWT, Dave is freaking out, even though while he's lying about these numbers, he's freaking out and getting angry about NXT and TNA and AAA and shit and the star rating. He knows it's all going to blow up in his face. And if he was honest about, well, I mean, now the money's just rolling in. Like a few months ago, Dave's just fucking cock of the walk, fucking Mr. Moneybags. Oh, the money's rolling in. 3.6 milli times 3, Bryan. He's just fucking hyping it up. 3 milli a week, right? And now he's like desperate. Is it worth it to go head to head? Well, yeah, Mr. Moneybags, $3 fucking billion a month or whatever the fuck you're saying. Yeah, take the hit. Why not? Why the fuck not? Yeah. And that's what Bryan, he's just like, dude, yes. If the money's rolling in like you say, Dave, but Dave's like freaking out because he knows the truth.
I need to know this.
Is it worth the risk of
because you know what? Them moving, WWE is going to fuck with them every time.
Every time now. They just called the shit WrestleMania, Double or Nothing. No, I added that part. But they are like, get your tickets all in with the gold shit. We covered it earlier in WWE news. If you're watching this in a clip form, go and find my clip of WWE news where they straight up jacked the fucking slogan and the color scheme of AEW, WWE did, and the promo code for the early tickets or whatever it is WWE All In or whatever. For WrestleMania, their Double or Nothing doubleheader in Vegas. It's WrestleMania Double or Nothing. And Bryan, you're too late. This is the one thing, Bryan. You should have been going off like this 5 years ago, 4 years ago about AEW because they're fucked now. And WWE is just fucking with them now. There's no stop to it now. Once they've gone this far, there's no stopping it. No matter how hard you try, you can't stop me now.
Them moving, WWE is going to fuck with them every time. Every time now, because they know they're going to move. One of these days, he's going to move, and they're also going to move. Have you grabbed your
Yes. And, I mean, what an amazing fight. Round of applause for that fight. I love it. Fight. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Dave Meltzer, Dumb Moment of the Week. And a little Bryan in there. A lot of Bryan standing up for himself, trying, as it were.